happening? This is Joshua Buatsi, and you're watching Sporting Icons.
Alright everyone, hope you're all doing well. So this is just a little bit of a news update for you. For those of you who don't know, of course, that Joshua Buatsi has just vacated the British light heavyweight title. And we'll get into his reasons in a second. But this does make sense now, based on the fact that when Kody Davies beat Zach Chelly last night, by the way, congratulations to Kody Davies, he's a good friend of the channel. When he's talking about how that was a final eliminator for the vacant British light heavyweight title. I was like, okay, I didn't know that it was vacant. But I did know that Craig Spider Richards was the mandatory for that fight. So that would suggest now that we're going to see Craig Spider Richards versus Kody Davies for the vacant light heavyweight title, which is a very, very good fight. I've spoken to both them guys, so I am going to be a little torn on this one. But either way, Joshua Buatsi vacating the title is no great surprise, really. I think that he's proved that he is, so far, looking the real deal. Joshua Buatsi, I've met him before. He's a real nice, humble guy. Really, really nice guy. Very, very serious about his craft, which I wish that a lot of fighters were. But going forward, I would imagine that he's probably going to be aiming towards the European or just going higher ranked in some of the sanctioning bodies. In the IBF, he's ranked number 4, and in the WBO, he's ranked number 14. So maybe he's looking to have a ranking in the WBC or the WBA, or just improving on the rankings already, and potentially get a world title shot in the not too distant future. But as I said, no great surprise for me that Joshua Buatsi would vacate this title. In some ways, of course, I wanted to see him take on Craig Richards, but clearly by what Joshua Buatsi was saying there, and I'll put a link in the description box, where he's saying that he wants more of a test, as in the kind of British level guys. I think that he sees himself as, I don't want to say above them, but they're not going to give him the kind of test for the learning curve going forward for what he ultimately wants, which of course is a world title fight at some point. But for me, listen, I would like to see him take on Anthony Yard. I'd like to see him take on Callum Johnson, these kind of guys. Or if he can go for the European route, fantastic. And in which case, if he is, then I can only commend him for that one, with the fact that he is going through the levels. Okay, he isn't going to do what Anthony Yard done, which is just get an area title and then go straight to world and bypass every other title out there. For me, I'm pretty old school. For me, I think that they should go through the gears, if you like, and collect the titles along the way. That's how you learn, that's how you progress, that's how you become ready for the eventual big dog challenges. But listen, Joshua Buatsi so far is proving a real deal. He's a predator in the ring. He's got a very, very good ring generalship as well. Big punches on him, very intelligent, and as I said before, takes his craft very, very serious. So who's he going to fight? No idea. He did say that he's looking to be out in about 7 weeks' time, which would make it potentially on the Katie Taylor undercard, which apparently I think we're still waiting for official news of that, where she could be headlining in Manchester. I believe it's November the 2nd. Don't quote me on that one, but that's what it could be. Or maybe a Logan Paul and KSI undercard, maybe, potentially. Or maybe a little bit further on November 30th in Monte Carlo. But he did say either way he will be going to Saudi Arabia to support Anthony Joshua, whether he's on the card or not. But if he's going to be fighting in 7 weeks' time, it's unlikely he's going to be fighting on the Saudi card also, unless he just blitzes through his next opponent in the first round or two without any issues whatsoever. But that's not what he wants, though. He wants some tough tests. He wants to learn on the job, of course, and he wants to go through the kind of opponents and test himself against opponents so he knows where his level is. So he knows how far away it is from a world title before he gets in the ring with a Dmitry Bivol or a Kovalev Canelo winner or a Beterbiev versus Dvorak winner or whatever it may be. But is he that far away from a world title shot? I don't know. As I said, he's got a pretty decent ranking, especially with the IBF. So if the IBF champion was to challenge him, I don't know, would he turn it down? I think that the fighter in him would not turn it down, but would he be ready for a world title fight? Is that a bit too soon? Potentially, right? Maybe, who knows? But for me, I think Joshua Buatsi, he is one of these guys that I look at as quite a few from British that I believe will become a world champion one day. Joshua Buatsi is looking really, really good. So either way, that is the news that he has in fact vacated the British light heavyweight title. You drop your thoughts below about it, click thumbs up, and of course subscribe, and I'll catch you all on the next video.